That's a great question. Okay, now I understand a little bit more. The professor, Dr. Zrelashvili, who built that, or was, the surface forces apparatus, was an incredible inventor, and he understood mechanical and electrical. He could he was just crazy. He could see things and then be able to draw it and build it. And so I never had to, I never had to do that because he was the inventor and the scientist and all that. So, but I do know that the strength of you as a founder, as an innovator, of somebody that's creating a venture, you're going to be, it's going to be as strong as your network. If you're the leader, you need to look at the landscape. Who here? I mean, we talk to the students in Brent's undergrad class when they have an idea. I'm like, you're a ASU student. Go and talk to a professor in this area and tell them what you're doing, and then just let them talk. It's really about networking, and I think you're asking about that, and so I think you understand that. But really, if you're in an area and you don't know everybody on the campus that is in that area as well, or has some, or might be even in a technology that is similar, just asking them to get coffee and bending their, I've done pretty well in being able to drop into a new area and network my way to whatever it is that my goal of doing. I lived in Santa Barbara for 15 years, San Francisco for 10, and then now I've been here for 10. And as Brent said, I'm connected to the startup ecosystem, and have done a lot of things in helping Phoenix startups kind of get going. And in what I'm doing now, which is with a nonprofit, I reach out to that network now, and I'm like, hey, can you give me 10 minutes so I can pitch what we're doing, because I think it's going to benefit the group of people that you're working with. So my point is that it's in this environment, it's really easy to text and to hit up social media. You're forced to be here, and that's a great thing. But again, find those people on the campus to start with, and hit them up and just ask them, for an informational interview or just to hear about what they have going on. In my experience, people love to talk, especially about themselves. So you just let them go, and then you see how it fits with you. The other thing is LinkedIn, and then just, even just a straight Google search, or looking on another campus like U of A, GCU is doing a lot. Find your circle of influence, and if you don't have a connection to it, if there's anybody in your network that does, contact your network first and say, hey, do an introduction to this person, or this professor or whatever. I've had people contact me doing that exact thing. I see you're connected to John Smith and your LinkedIn. Can you do an introduction to me? That's a simple way to do it as well. It does take effort, and I get it. Networking is not easy. It takes a lot of time. It can be exhausting, especially when you're doing a number of other things. But it's so powerful, and it's so important in all that you're doing, like now and then in the future.